What is going on, guys? Chris with Journos Comics. This is another Name That Gray video. Today we have Thor 169, Origin of Galactus. Now, I really need to start implementing some before and afters when I do my when I press up a book, because this would have been a really good one for you guys to see what the book looked like before, and then to come here and look at it right now, and then to really try to guess that grade. But let's go over this cover. The one thing that I am extremely happy about, is the white on the cover. Obviously, primarily in the outline of Galactus. This book, all the white was so grimy and dirty. I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with how, what's a way to it's like a spotted blackish blackness, where it's spotted all throughout. You can see a little bit still up in the corner where it says Thor. That didn't get too cleaned. That's more a little bit of a spotting, brown spotting instead of black. So it ran throughout the cover of this book, and I got a nice eraser and cotton ball and was able to really clean this up. I mean, like I said, if you guys saw the before and after, you'd be, I would hope that you would be impressed with me or impressed with the job that I did, because I sure am. So again, you can see how nice and white it is. But let's look over this book in whole. The cover overall is still really nice and glossy and flat. No color breaking creases at all in the main bulk of the cover, until we go down here right about there. Where's my thumb? There it is. There you see one slightly little color break crease go up. But let's go back to the spine. Let's look at the spine and the edges. So we got rounding on the edges, and of course little color breaking crinkles around the top, little chip right there above the R, and of course some rounding of the edges there. Looking at the spine, a good amount of spine ticks. Staples are fully intact. Little color chipping around the, not page chipping, but color chipping off of the spine right there. Some deep color breakings right there, all the way down, again, rounding on the corner. There's a little color break by his foot that's going up. And then some nice rounding. So, again, we saw that one color break going up right there. And then small little ones in the corner. And then pretty darn rounded right around there. So, still, I mean, looks really nice. Can't wait to get into a Mylar. Pages on the inside. Pages look nice. They're not brittle. Definitely a little yellowed. Not brittle at all, though. Still nice and smooth pages. Nice corners on the pages. Maybe a little bit of rounding. Okay, and then let's go. Let's flip this closed. Go to the back. Same with the back. I cleaned up the back pretty good too, but the back was a little harder because it had more of that kind of brown spotting. A little discoloration right there at the top too. A couple little chips, it looks like, top there. The back corners are a little sharper than the front cover corners. Yeah, so you could see that spotting in the back a lot more. But this is, I mean, the front cover was looking like this, or even worse, because it was a lot blacker. So I'm so glad that came out. Some more kind of browning and discoloring at the bottom there. And then let's look at over here. Yeah, you can see that there's definitely that dinge. There's some dinge on the spine up there too. Little chip rip right there. So there it is. Let's turn this guy back over and guess the grade. So looking over this, overall, there's no huge color breaks or rips or anything that really take away from the display. It displays really nice. We do have the rounding of the edges. We do have the little color breakings around the edges as well. A little bit of chipping here and there. Some flat spine, obviously. Staples are great. Perfectly on the book still, but some deep spine ticks that are really, like right here, that they're chipping into the color. The dirt on the back, the spotting on the back, the discoloring on the back. So I'm going to say that before the cleaning and the press, I think this book probably would have got a 4.5, maybe a 5.0. I'm going to shoot right now for a 5.5 with CGC. Maybe a 6.0 on a good day. But I just think there's too much... There's too many chips. And I think the spine ticks are a little too much. Even without... Because I've seen books that have really big color breaking creases. Like around the cover. A couple up here, maybe a couple down here. That'll still get, a 6.0. But I think if that's the case, maybe a little less chipping, maybe a little not as much spine ticks. I don't know, but like I said, I'm basing my my grade today on kind of the inconsistency of CGC, where I'm going to assume they're probably going to go lower. I mean, literally, I got a book that my Thor 165 I thought was better than this. Now, it did have two decently large color breaking creases, but I thought overall it looked better than this, and it got a 4.5. But then I had my Amazing Spider-Man 31 that I thought was going to be like a 4.5 itself, and what I thought looked worse than this, and got a 5.5. So it's just it's crazy all over the place. So I'm going to go ahead and say 5.5 on this book, which for me, for this book right now, I'm happy with, especially for what this book cost me, and the fact that I do think that these origin books, which is, I believe it's a couple of the early 162s, 168 and 169 of Thor, where we see Galactus, and then finally this is the issue that is considered the origin told. I think these are going to definitely get hotter and hotter as the word of Galactus showing up in the MCU continues to persist. And then, of course, when we finally see him in the MCU, I think this grade in this book for what I have, for what I got it, is I'm obviously happy with it. So there it is, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. Name that grade. Thank you for watching. And until next time.